So how do we withstand in a wicked world? Yesterday we saw that Noah withstood in a wicked world because he was surrendered to God. The second thing that we see is that he had strong support. Really, Noah had a strong family. In Genesis chapter 7, verse number 1, it says, "And the Lord said unto Noah, Come thou and all thy house into the ark, for thee have I seen righteous before me in this generation." And verse number 7, "And Noah went in, and his sons, and his wife, and his sons' wives with him, into the ark because of the waters of the flood." In chapter 8 and verse number 18, it says, "And Noah went forth, and his sons, and his wife, and his sons' wives with him." And then jumping over to chapter 9 and verse number 1, it says that, "And God blessed Noah and his sons and said unto them, Be fruitful, multiply, and replenish the earth." Each one of these verses mention Noah's family. The second step in being able to withstand in a wicked world is having a strong support group. In Noah's case, this was his family. In each of the above passages that we saw, the Bible says something to the effect of your house, or Noah and his sons, and Noah and his sons and his wife, and his sons' wives. This indicates that there was probably not only a strong family bond, but also a strong bond with God in the whole family. Because if Noah's sons were living in the wickedness that the rest of the world was, I believe that God would have just destroyed them, and he would have started over with just Noah and his wife. Maybe you don't have a strong family. Maybe that's not something that you have in the sense of your personal family. Who has a good relationship with God? Maybe your family is not really a spiritual family. But if you're part of a good church, and if you're not, you need to be, you can have a good spiritual family that surrounds you and desires to help you stand spiritually. Surround yourself with people who are going to help you restore that relationship with God when you're doing wrong, and are going to point you to giving everything to Christ. That's the surrender that we talked about yesterday. The Bible gives us a great picture of what kind of strength we get when we surround ourselves with a strong family and allow God to have control of our life. In Ecclesiastes 4 and verse number 12, it says, "And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him. A three-fold cord is not quickly broken." Strengthen your relationship with those who will help you grow spiritually. Distance yourself from those who are drawing you towards wickedness. Not necessarily cut them off or shun them completely, except in extreme circumstances, but get yourself around people who are not only going to help you withstand by being a strong support, but that you know are surrendered to God themselves. Like most teenagers, I just wanted to fit in with the crowd, kind of blend in with everybody else, and not make a stand when I was younger. And it was actually pretty easy when I was in a youth group, where 95% of the kids that I went to youth group were from Christian schools, and it was pretty easy to just kind of blend into the background and not have to worry about making a stand for anything. But what I actually found out was, when I was with those friends and with that church, I found myself being completely not sold out to God. I found myself just being completely complacent in my relationship with God because everybody was doing the right thing. But surround yourself with people who are going to challenge you to love God better and do things better. We had moved away from that church when I was a later teenager, and we moved into a youth group where, hey, most of those kids didn't come from church families. A lot of them came from outside and were brought in by vans and things like that. And a lot of them struggled with their spiritual life. But we had a youth pastor who always encouraged me, "Aaron, make sure that you are surrendered and make sure that you surround yourself with strong friends." And it greatly helped me. And I still have some of those friends who became lifelong friends and that I communicate with often. I hope you have a great day. Surround yourself with a strong support group today as you try to withstand in this wicked world. God bless.